ears, tails, head. Hello and welcome to or back to Miss Craftslet's Lair. I am Barbie and I am a multi-crafter. I focus mainly on knitting, crocheting, and sewing, but I also do some other stuff here and there that might get thrown onto this channel. Also some hot takes, some, this and that, crafty related stuff. So if that's something that you are interested in, hit the subscribe button. I have kind of a lofty goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it because, yes. And without further ado, I have a new project. Okay, not a new project. I'm doing a double take on, if you watched my video back, I want to say it's about a month ago now, month and a half ago. Anyway, if you had seen my video, I did a stitch and review on the Loops and Threads Chenille cat. That I told you that I was going to revisit it because I did not like that yarn at all. It was terrible. In watching back that video and editing that video, I'm seeing little poofs of Chenille yarn floating around me. And it was like, my camera picked that up, then that was pretty bad. So, the yarn, junk. The pattern looked cute enough. Let's see. Look at how cute that guy is. The pattern is super cute, and so now I'm trying to give the pattern its justice. So I have decided that I was going to remake that pattern from the time that I did that video. I'm just like, that pattern needs its justice. I am going to see if I really stand by my word, because I had said that if you were going to get the pattern on, or get the kit on sale for the pattern, I think it would be worth it. So I'm putting myself to a test, and so I am going to remake this cat pattern using, I love this cotton yarn. I know Hobby Lobby yarn. I know how people feel about Hobby Lobby. I think that this can be done with any of the other cotton yarns, but this is what I had on hand. I'm going to be doing the white portions of the cat in rainbow, and all of the other parts, the gray, the copper, and the black in black. So it will be a little different, but I'm kind of stoked to see what happens. So I am going to saying that I don't know what size this hook was, and even if I did know what size the hook this was, I'm going to be using a different yarn. So a different yarn probably calls for a different size hook. So this particular yarn calls for a size I hook. It's amigurumi size down. So I am actually going to be using a size F hook for this project. And I don't think there's anything else left to say other than the fact that I'm hoping to redeem this pattern. So, yes. So this, I do have just a partial skein here. I do have another skein if I need to dig into it. I don't think I'm going to have to, but just in case. So this particular pattern starts off with the body. I'm just going to pull all that off. So, gonna get started. what this yarn is working up like so far. I have not tried this yarn in crochet yet. I have only used it in knitting, and I think that it actually is looking pretty nice. The only thing that could potentially be is it is kind of like fuzzier than I remember. So maybe that's a problem. I'm not sure. But I am going to continue working on the body, and I will be back with you when I get the body done. I did have a slight relocation. Sitting on that couch after so long kind of hurts. Anyway, I got the body done, and the lack of poofing fuzzy yarn was kind of a treat. Now I'm on to making the arms and the legs. Like I said, I am going to be throwing in some black yarn here. Also, I figured sitting here would probably be a little easier to use the black yarn. So I'm going to probably try to get as much of the black yarn out of the way as possible because, yeah. So I am going to go ahead and start working on the arms and the legs, and I will be back. So, a real quick catch you up to date. Body, arms, legs. And now I'm off to make the ears and the tail, and then I start on the head. I will be back after the tail. So ears and tail, and I will, like I said, I will be back before I start the head. One quick more update here. I have the tail and the ears done. I took some creative liberty here because this particular pattern calls for 4 different colors. I only have 2. So I made both ears black, and I made the tail the rainbow tip with the black rest of the tail. So now I am on to the head. I am probably going to grab some dinner, or at least an appetizer. And I'm going to work on the head. So it is a few days later. I had a really bad emotional day. So I ended up taking that day off because my eyes were all red and swollen, and y'all didn't want to see that. And then because of that, I also went into a couple days of flare of my symptoms for my health issues. And so after that, it took just a day to breathe and relax and recoup. I am back. I have a baggie of cat pieces that I now have to sew together and do the final touches on. So I am going to go ahead and do that. If you're hearing some neighborhood noises, that is because of the fact that we finally, also in that point in time, got some nice cooler weather come through, so I was able to open my house. I am enjoying the last few moments here before I close up my house because it's going to get hot again. Unfortunately, though, for those nice cool days, we did get the Canadian wildfire smoke in our area. And so that has not been the best for the breathing and probably didn't help the flare any. However, opening the house was worth it. I don't like the stale air, and I really would prefer cool natural air versus air conditioning anytime. But like I said, I can't get too hot, so I need my air conditioning. That's enough said about that. I am going to get to sewing up cat pieces, and I will be back to show you what the final project looks like. Okay, so let me say that this was a vindication for this pattern. And this is why I wanted to make this pattern, because I was hoping it was going to come out this well. Honestly. So here he is. I think that this turned out so cute. I love how this turned out. I did kind of set because the fact that for the eyes, and yes, my amigurumi eyes, my amigurumi embroidery for the face does need some improvement. I have to work on that. I will totally admit to that. But I love how this turned out. Like this is showing that pattern from that Chenille yarn, like it will work. Just I don't care for the yarn. So look at him. There's his tail. Look at how cute this is. This is also kind of using the I love this cotton. I think is the name of the yarn again. It's over there. I'm not gonna go get it. But this is the first time I've used this particular yarn for amigurumi, and I think it actually worked out really well. So if you are wanting to find a decent cotton, it doesn't have that cottony feeling. Like it may be a little bit, but not like it doesn't feel like the sugar and cream, peaches and cream feel, because those two are so similar. I'm pretty sure those are the same yarns, just different packages. But look at, I love this. I did end up leaving off one of the spots. And I did it kind of looks kind of throwback to Mythbusters Jamie Heineman, because it does look, but like I was gonna say, I did kind of offset the ear spot, the head spot, because of the fact of I was using the same yarn for the eyes, and I didn't want to lose part of the eye stitches within the spot. So I did move the spot back just a hair, and I only used the two colors because I think that's all that it really needed. Maybe a white, but I would probably say if I did the white, I would probably do like 2 spots in white and an ear in white. But I am absolutely thrilled with how cute this is. Like, it might be a mascot to the channel for a little while. Maybe, I don't know. But I have to ask Aria if she would mind. But super cute. I recommend the loops and threads crochet kits for the patterns, because this proves that the pattern can be done. I said her name. This proves that the pattern can be done with other yarn and will work up beautifully. I do have to get better. Like I said, I do have to get better on my amigurumi embroidery for the face features, but I love this. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye!